In 1974, the fertile grounds of Xi'an, China, yielded a spectacular secret. Buried in the soil, farmers found a beautifully sculpted head. One by one, soldiers emerged until an entire clay army was unearthed. Each individual painstakingly handcrafted and ready for battle. It's a military force of thousands, created to escort the founding father of the Chinese Empire into eternity. Qin Shi Huangdi came into power in 246 BC when he was just 13 years old. Qin spent most of his ruling years at war, uniting much of what is now China. He standardized writing, currency, weights and measures, and even built a series of highways, and he commissioned the first version of the Great Wall. Despite Qin's enormous achievements, he wanted more. He wanted immortality. He began building a second empire, one that would accompany him into the afterlife. It would become one of the largest mausoleums on Earth. More than 7,000 warriors, archers, cavalry, charioteers, and foot soldiers guard his tomb. Qin envisioned his life after death to include civilians as well, government officials to serve him, acrobats, dancers, singers, animals, and even a strongman to entertain him. It took over 36 years and a workforce of 700,000 conscripted workers to complete Qin's terracotta army and court. Workers accomplished the enormous task by dividing up the labor in assembly line fashion. And yet, no two statues are the same. Each depicts an individual with its own hairstyle, facial expression, and painted details. The warrior's craftsmanship and style astonishes scholars. Why would an emperor want each of his troops to be unique? Perhaps for Qin, beauty and individualism were as important as compliance and uniformity. We can only speculate based on the contents of the mausoleum, for Qin left no records of this grand creation. Records from the next dynasty indicate that Qin was not a popular ruler. He massacred the armies of 6 states, had hundreds of thousands of people punished through forced labor, subjected his people to high taxation, and showed little tolerance for dissent. Qin outlived numerous assassination attempts and was quite paranoid about revolution. He may have thought these threats would follow him into the afterlife. The army faces east, toward states Qin conquered during his lifetime, as if he anticipated vengeful troops coming over the horizon. In fact, his own warriors may have armed the revolt that did come after his death. Peasants snatched the metal swords from the clay soldiers' grasp and overthrew Qin's successors. But despite looting, fires, and the passage of time, Qin's army survived into the modern world. A group of Qin's clay figures is now on tour. It will be on display at the National Geographic Museum in Washington, D.C. in November 2009.